Hey everybody, it's Russ Curtis, Professor of Counseling. Thanks for joining me today. I have just gotten through the semester, some of the semester where students have presented really awesome presentations. One of them was on narcissism, and this is a type that they talked about that I had never heard about. I unfortunately only knew about grandiose and vulnerable, but there's quite a few types of narcissism, and communal is what we're going to talk about today. Got several sources here, so you can go do your own research, which is always important. But some key features of this is that they see themselves as exceptionally helpful, motivated by recognition for kindness in the work they do, outwardly pro-social, but inwardly self-inflating. And so this gets to what we see in narcissism in general, which is projecting this superior image, but underneath it, whether it's known or unknown, is insecurity. So it speaks to that. These folks struggle with authentic empathy and need recognition. And I think you'll get a feel for this if you see it. One other reason I wanted to present on this, first of all, I was interested in it since I hadn't heard of it, but also these folks will gravitate towards helping professions or spiritual type professions. So it's something that, as many of you are probably behavioral health specialists or have an interest in it, you may want to pay attention to this one. The behavioral presentation that they kind of outwardly appear with is that I am the most caring and supportive person. Here are some signs to pay attention to, because these are interesting. This is what this kind of tripped me up a little bit, but there's an extreme dedication to causes. Okay. Talks about their calling or mission a lot. So there's probably going to be a lot of talk, because folks that are really interested in causes and helping, they get the work done, but they don't need to talk about it. They certainly don't need to promote themselves in the process. So we definitely need good advocates out there, but we don't need to be putting ourselves up on a pedestal each time we do it. Just good people get work done silently, I think, with groups, but we do it quietly, or we try to. But here's another thing, is they tend to create conflicts in groups. So I would need to dive in more to the literature on that, but they got all this going on, but they create conflicts. I suspect this is about insecurity. And then lastly, they come across as martyr. That kind of makes sense with what we're talking about. Here are some examples. This comes from URP Behavioral Health in Florida, apparently, is that they often give unsolicited advice. So they don't take stage of change in mind here. They feel like they know what's best and they're going to let you know. Always tries to teach others. Same thing. Takes on additional responsibilities. Maybe this is related to it buys me some capital so that I can give advice and teach. And then lastly, overestimates their importance, probably doing that verbally some. So anyway, these are things that you may see. Again, I want to thank my students for making me aware of this one. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, particularly since this is something we may see in the counseling, psychology, social work, divinity types of professions. All right, take good care.